Hey guys, we are live once again. It is day 14. We have completed 2 weeks, count 'em, 2 weeks of how to gain self confidence in 30 days. And I am so excited because this is the second week and also the second pillar of how to gain self confidence in 30 days. Now, there are 4 pillars to gaining self confidence in 30 days, or to gaining self confidence, period. There are, to me, 4 pillars that you are going to be mindful of, and that's going to set your foundation pretty straight and pretty well. And that is learning yourself, getting to learn yourself, understanding yourself, your do's, your don'ts, your dislikes, your likes, getting to understand where you got your thoughts and ideas. If your thoughts and ideas are still the same, your views on life, your views on who you are as a person, how do you see yourself? What is the true thoughts that you think about yourself each and every day? You drop my shoe. Each and every day, you think on those things, and you ask yourself for questions, and really get a knowledge and understanding of yourself. And then once you start to learn yourself, you can begin to get to know yourself, date yourself, get to date your thoughts and ideas. And if they're new, then your new thoughts and your new ideas of how you see yourself and how you see your life and the direction of which you want to flow. So then you get to knowing yourself, dating yourself. And on knowing yourself this week, we covered, setting goals for yourself, getting yourself into a position to where you can really start to go over and process all of what you covered all of what you covered in week 1, which was learning yourself. You really get a full uh, spectrum view of what's going on. So now we are on the last day of know yourself, and um, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be tune the world out and tune yourself in. But so tomorrow starts loving yourself. So after you get to know yourself, you're going to start to be able to love yourself for who you are, for your flaws, your weaknesses, your strengths, all those things. You are going to start to begin to find a new love for yourself and understanding that you can be great and amazing and still take care of others and be there for others while first being there for yourself. Um, so that's loving yourself. And then you go from loving yourself to really being able to trust yourself. Right. Once you really fall into love with yourself and you really get to, the ins and out of who you are, you understand that it's a journey, right? And that you keep pushing forward and moving forward towards that journey, and you will reach goals between, little pickup stops here and there, but it's a journey. It keeps going, it keeps pushing, right? So after that, then you're going to start to be able to start trusting yourself. And in trusting yourself, you begin to trust your choices, your thoughts, your ideas, and you begin to use your intuition of what your foundation really is. Now, that's based off you setting a great foundation. So that's why the first week is really important to go over. Um, to go over all those your do's, your don'ts, your dislikes, who you are, how do you see yourself, what is your self-image. Your self-image is very important of yourself, but your self-image for the most part has been developed over years through experiences. And like I said, the first 7 years of your life, you were just a recorder. So some of your thoughts and your beliefs are not necessarily yours, with those of your parents or whoever raised you or were around you the most. for the first time in years, we're in a phase in a stage called the theta stage, which we're just basically recorders. We just record things. And so a lot of your belief system and how you do things is not based off of necessarily what you came up with yourself, okay? It's based off what you were told, what you recorded throughout those 7 years. The first 7 years predicts, for the most part, the 95% of our habits, behaviors, thought processes, and all those things are what we do from then on for the rest of our life. But and learning yourself and understanding what's yours and what's not yours, you're able to reprogram what has been in place in you into set in what makes your life better so that you may continue to move forward, right? So that is entrusting yourself. And those are the 4 pillars. You definitely want to stick around for them last 2 because they're going to be good. I'm going to give you some tools and some techniques and steps that you can use to start working on it for yourself. But today we're covering tune the world out and tune yourself in. So what do I mean by when I say that? So when I say tune the world out, it's not necessarily walking around with your head in a bubble, not really understanding what's going on. You always want to be alert and diligent and being open to what's going around you. But you want to be more in tune with yourself and your thoughts and your ideas than anyone else's. You don't want to feel like you're being pulled or pushed into one direction, right? So the best way to solve that problem is to make sure that you are listening to you. Before you go and get advice, before you go and talk to someone, you take in all the information and knowledge that you have for yourself. And sometimes you do need to go and get a second opinion, get advice, get help on a little clarity. Like I'm a creative person, so when I need to bring my logic in, when I need to get a logic thought process of something, I go to my husband because he's more logic. He thinks more on a logical level. But see, I think on a creative level. I think of all the creative process. I go through the whole creative process, and I can have a tendency to forget about the logical process of things, and vice versa. Sometimes people are so logical that they forget to add the creativity, the self-expression, the self visualization of it all to what they're doing. So you want to get in tune with yourself to be able to answer first the questions you need to ask yourself to get to be able to ask anybody advice, right? So getting in tune with yourself is taking time, sitting yourself down, dating yourself. I know it sounds crazy, right? Date yourself. I'm gonna date myself. But I date myself every day. I do. I date myself because my thoughts may change. And as I take in more information and more knowledge and different views, I have to assess that and take that into consideration, right? So um, I date myself every day. I take in my knowledge, and everything doesn't change right away. You still have some things that may come up and you're like, oh, why am I just not? And it's really more so you have to go to the core of what's going on. And then once you go to the core, you're able to see, okay, this is why that thought keeps coming up. This is why that issue keeps coming up, is because you haven't really changed the way you thought you were going to change, right? Um, and if you are taking in great knowledge and information, if you are working on yourself on a regular basis and really trying to do the work, um, it's going to change. You may feel like it's coming slow, but my advice to you is to take it slow and be patient. You'll be surprised in these 30 days going through this whole process when you look up how things have changed and evolved within yourself. I've been working on self-improvement for years and was getting nowhere for years, and it was frustrating. So, but when I really decided to actually start um, looking for people that just registered with my soul and with my energy, and began to really take tiny steps, tiny actions towards it, is when I really started to see real change. It's when I started to have more confidence in myself. I started to be able to make better decisions and, like, just the basic of things. And each, like as I said in previous days, each success, each small success adds up to a big success. And you keep moving and you keep pushing, and those successes gonna keep coming and keep coming and keep coming. As long as you don't stop. Remember, it's a journey. Don't think, oh, I'm gonna do this little bit of work. 30 days, we done, we got it. Nah, it, it ain't that simple. I wish it was that simple, but it's not that simple. 30 days will help you to start the building process of gaining confidence, and it will give you a wonderful boost in your confidence. But there's everyday work and everyday progress that you have to continue to do. And it may sound crazy, but it's not hard at all. Building self confidence is building yourself. So if you're living your dreams, if you're pushing yourself forward, if you're um, doing what you consider as a success, then you're gaining self confidence. You're moving yourself forward. Um, when our confidence is hit is when we're not making progress, when we're constantly going through the same cycles and the same circles, and our head is just spinning and we can't understand what's going on. And that's when you, in a sense, have lost focus on self, and understanding that through all of this whole circle and all of this bubble, there's self. You're in the center and you spread out, and you're in the center and you spread out. And then all your relationships grows from what's going on in the center. So you have to water that center. You have to water that center. You have to put light in that center. You have to constantly feed it, just like anything else. You're a living, growing being. If you're not living and growing, you're dead. I mean, there's no way around it. You're dead. So you are a living, growing being. You constantly feed yourself whatever it is to make sure that you flourish the way you want and need to. And that's just how your confidence builds, by making choices, doing things you never thought you could do. There's so many things I do that I never thought I could do in life. I didn't have the confidence. I didn't have the confidence in myself. I didn't understand who I was. And getting a full understanding of who you are, you're able to make better decisions. And like I said, everything's not going to change overnight, but you're able to make progress. You're able to move forward with better decisions, better thoughts, better ideas each and every time. As long as you put in the work, you're going to get something out. Faith without works is dead. So you can't say, I believe I'm going to have self-confidence one day. No, one day starts today. So start right now. I have amazing self-confidence, and it took years to get there. It took years to get there, and it's always a constant progress, because there's going to be something in life that's going to try to derail you off your progress. Sometimes my confidence gets a little hit when I feel like I'm not reaching my goals like I should, which is true, because in reaching our goals, it creates a fulfillment in us that nothing else can create. No matter if you're a mom or a wife or a sister or whatever, it creates a feeling in you achieving and reaching your goals that nothing in life can bring. Because why? You put in the work. When you reach a goal that you set for yourself, you put in the work. You took the time to get the knowledge, to get the understanding, to get the willpower. You took the time to put fear aside. You took the time to actually, sit and get in tune with yourself, with who you are, and to love every moment of it. And that's the process of gaining self-confidence. I found in not complaining, not moving, not blaming everyone for why I don't have this or why I don't have that. Now you do want to get a full understanding. Not saying you want to blame, but you want to see who's at fault. Were you at fault, or were outer forces at fault? And even though if outer forces are at fault, it is your responsibility to fix the issue within yourself. So you do all those steps that we did in learning yourself. Take that time to learn yourself, to get an understanding of yourself, and then take the time to know yourself and to just get really comfortable with your foundation and your ideas and thoughts of who you are and where your life is heading for yourself. That's the utmost thing that you can do for your life and for anyone that's involved in your life. The best thing you can do is take care of yourself. And that's it. That's basically it. So I'm not going to hold y'all too long. And that's it. Tune the world out and tune yourself in. Listen to who you are. And don't allow anyone to change that. Now, we transform and we take on different parts stronger than others at different times. But the core of who you are, most likely is always the same. The core of who I am, I've always been a person that wanted to help people, that wanted to, in some way, shape, or form, spread how I feel about life and love and peace outward. And that had been trampled on throughout the day, throughout the years of my life. But I find and I gain that back. So you just keep moving, you just keep pushing. And we will be back tomorrow for day 15, y'all. We is like halfway in already. So like it's amazing. Day 15. So we come back, check in day 15. And day 15 is when we start talking about loving yourself. And that is, I'm gonna give you some tips. Hey Tasha, how you doing? Beautiful. I'm gonna give you guys some tips, and the love in your trust yourself get a little bit deep. We ain't got deep on a few other days, but it's gonna get a little bit deep, and it's gonna be worth it. And I guarantee you, if you do these steps, in 30 days, you will have better self-confidence than what you have now. I went from no self-confidence, zero, to amazing self-confidence. I can do anything I set my mind to. I'm an amazing, smart, beautiful, gorgeous woman that is meant to achieve and reach great things of potential. And I understand that, and understanding that I'm able to push and move forward in the things that I want. And I'm able to, be an example to my girls. I got 3 girls. It's important for them to see that you can do anything. I can't just tell them. I gotta show them. So, thank you, Tasha. It's good to see you, girl. You and your baby was so cute in y'all pageant. Congratulations, by the way. So you want to just keep moving forward. And like I said, it's important for us as mothers, as husbands, as whoever you or whatever your role is. If you have someone that looks up to you, it's important for you to show them with your actions. I did in my life. I was told a lot of things, but we're recorders, right? First 7 years, you record. You don't listen, you record. So I was told a lot of things, but I recorded a lot more things that I had to fix and take care of when I got older. So take care of this now. Get your confidence up, build yourself so that those that look up to you can start off with that confidence. And they don't have to build it up. They just maintain it. They keep it going, keep it going. And so that's it. Like I said, day 14. And tomorrow, halfway mark, day 15. And we only going to have 15 days after that. but this has been amazing process. And if you haven't saw the previous 13 days, go back and watch them if you can. None of the videos are more than 20 minutes long, so go back and watch them. Go back, and if you feel like it's a video that someone can benefit from, share it with them. You may have good self-confidence, but I guarantee you there's someone in your circle that may not, and they may not be as vocal as you think. So yeah, share, like, and give me some feedback, guys, because I'm really excited. I just want to kind of, be pure with it and give you guys the real information and real tips that I really use, because it's a big difference. And sometimes I sit back and look at myself like, dang, I used to walk with my head down like all the time. And, that's one sign that you got low self-esteem. But I walked with my head down all the time. And, now I constantly hold my head up. I don't play that game with my kids. I don't play it with myself. You know, I have a different view of myself, a different look of myself. And once you gain that different look of your blueprint, you can now follow that blueprint to what you want. So, yeah, Tasha, it definitely is. It definitely is important. Um, the example is where it's that your kid's not going to do what you say do, they're going to do what you do. So, my goal is to be the best example that I could, that I can, to give them a real outlook on life and let them know, hey, I tell my kids and I show them every day, all things are earned. Nothing is given. Nothing in this world is given. All things are earned. Um, and you gain a self of pride, a sense of pride in yourself when you earn something. It's a whole nother feeling than somebody giving you something and you earning something. Now, you do have to be able to receive in order to give. It's a whole cycle. You give to receive and you receive to give. So, but we ain't talking about that right now. Right now we're talking about, self-confidence. So check it out, guys. I am about to get out of here. Got a few more things to get done, but I appreciate you all. I send peace, blessings, love, and prosperity to you and your families. And whoever may be going through something or whatever, keep your head up. Life is meant to be lived. It is meant to be experienced, and everything is a learning process. Everything is a journey. And if you keep moving forward in that journey, the universe is going to keep doing something on the fishing line for you to make it to the next step, for you to grow more. There's always opportunities, but we have to be prepared for those opportunities. And it starts by taking care of self. So I'm gonna leave y'all on that note before I start preaching on y'all. All right, I ain't even no preaching. All right, love y'all. Be blessed, blessings and prosperity. See y'all tomorrow for day 15.